Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for watching HSN. You're in for a great night because over the next 2 hours, we're going to be featuring for you our coin collector show. We have our expert resident numismatist, Mike Misek, joining us. By the way, my name is Marlo, and the show is very exciting tonight, so sit back and relax. Now, for those of you who are saying, well, oh gosh, I'm not a coin collector, I bet you are. I bet you are. How many of you traveled to a different country and maybe brought back a little bit of currency, or you saw an interesting nickel or a penny and you saved it because you thought the date might be interesting? That makes you a coin collector. So let's get started. Our resident numismatist, Mike Misek, is here. And for those of you who don't know what a numismatist is, it's actually a coin expert. And you've actually been in the business, and it's been a part of your life for at least 30, 40 years, right?
Yeah, I mean, as many as I have years.
All your life, pretty much.
All my life, yeah. Pretty much. Sadly, I couldn't do anything else. I have no other skills, but I do know this.
Yeah, this is your passion, and this is where you're an expert. All right, let's dive right in.
Apollo 11, it's been huge. 50-year anniversary. It's been one of the most incredible things ever done by the United States government. The 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. I'm trying to, here's this thing. It's just so, our lights in the studio are so bright. There we go. I don't even know if I can even stop this because they're curved coins. And so what happens is they reflect light. This is a mirror-like surface that we're going to have to do right here. I got to get it almost like this, I guess. Because even though this is the Mint State coin, we're already literally looking at the camera that's 10 or 12 feet away. So for the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing, what the United States government did is they made silver dollars that were curved. See, as you can see the curve in that right there. And the reason was this. The obverse obviously is a footprint on the moon that you see here, but the reverse is the key to this coin. If you look at this, it is the helmet, okay? The helmet that you're going to see right there. And in the reflection, that's Buzz Aldrin right there. That's the reflection of that is one of the most famous pictures of all time. That was his, and that is Neil Armstrong, the American flag, and the lunar lander that you're going to see right there. That's one of the most iconic photos that has ever been done in human history. And they've done it on this coin, and only the second curved coin ever done by the United States government. Well, I've got a very few remaining in my first day of issue. We've saved it towards the end of the year that you see, and I have done this, and it is also the very first time that they've done these in 999 pure silver. This is from the first day of issue, so this is literally, the first day was months and months and months and months ago. We have literally saved these that we're going to be able to do, and of all of the Apollo 11 items that have been made by the United States government, the Mint State American silver commemorative dollar is the rarest of the bunch. Literally only about a dozen thousand of these have been made. It is absolutely stunningly rare compared to the proof, compared to the 5 ounce, compared to the gold, compared to all these other things. This has been the coin that has been most desirable in solid pure silver that you're going to have. Only 1,900 obviously in 69. But as you can see our number there at 1,019, we're well over half sold through this quantity.
That's great.
Now, this was our regular price, in essence, at $189.95. Many of them were sold at that. I'm going to also throw in with this our $2 custom colorized $2 bill that also marks, that's an authentic United States government $2 note that we have used our exclusive colorization process on to be able to do that to honor, again, the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11. We're going to give you the red oak presentation box. You get the rarest of all of the silver dollars, like the proof coin. The Mint State coin, this MS right here, is like almost 5 times rarer than the proof coin that the United States government has made. The first time they've done pure silver, they always do 900 fine. So it's 999 fine silver. Only the second time they've ever done a curved coin in the history of the United States Mint, all for one of the most incredible events in human history, which was man landing on the moon.
And that might be reason enough for you to pick up the phone and place your order on this. And I think that's what's so exciting about shopping and watching these coin shows, because there's so much variety. Here, if you're a history buff or you want something to commemorate this iconic event, this is a great reason to order. Maybe for you, you've never even shopped or even owned a curved coin before. That's reason enough for you to reserve it and let us send it to you. We have it available for you on 4 flexible payments. I want to quickly explain FlexPay. It simply means you don't have to pay the full $189.95, that you have the option of being able to order this tonight at $48 plus tax and shipping, and we ship it to you as if you paid the full amount. But you do need to take advantage of it by placing your orders, and you can go online to our website at hsn.com, or you can call our toll-free 800 number. With all products, even coins at HSN, you get 30 days.
Yeah, and that's absolutely incredible. I mean, that just is something that just doesn't happen in the coin industry. Usually like 30 seconds is your return privilege with that. Not only that, and I want to mention this, you understand if you buy this and use any of the major credit cards, you realize most coin dealers are going to charge you between a 3 and 5% extra surcharge to use a credit card to buy coins is what there's going to be. So there's all of those kinds of things, let alone FlexPay, let alone 30-day money back guarantee, no extra surcharge for credit cards. We make coin buying and coin collecting easier than anybody.
Well, we are just warming up. We've got more Apollo 11 coins right on our website. Take a look if you've never gone onto our website at hsn.com to explore all of the coins that are there. It's worth the trip. Go online, you can see the reviews, and you can see the wide selection of great coins. Thank you for your phone calls on that Apollo 11 50th anniversary coin. If you'd like to have that one, it still remains available. But we are going to go right into our next coin, which happens to be an Ultra Cameo Silver Eagle. And this is saying early releases on this one.
Early release Bridge Core, which is of course exclusive to us. Okay, I'm the exclusive distributor of this Bridge Core that you're gonna have from NGC. Proof American Silver Eagle, big deal. We sold these, you know, when we had our big Today special at the beginning of the year, January last year, I think December 31st last year, December 31st this year. We'll have the 2020s, which will be a huge deal when those come out. All of those things. We sold the West Point minted American Proof Silver Eagle, sold several thousands of these. Look how many of these we've sold, 1,154. Now, the key isn't how many we've sold. That's kind of a no-brainer, and I'll explain that. The key is how many I have left, and I'll explain that. This right here is a San Francisco minted Proof Silver Eagle. For only the second time in the history of the United States Mint, only the second time they've done a supplemental mint annual Proof Eagle. In other words, they have always done like one mint for the Proof Silver Eagle every year. Only 2 times in their history have they done 2. So this year there's a West Point mint, regular Eagle, and there's a San Francisco mint. And this is the San Francisco mint. It was released not that long ago. We're just in the early release. For NGC early release, that means it has to be certified and it has to be in their possession within 30 days of the release of that. We had first day of issue annex. We had 1,298 of those. Those sold out in a single airing.
Wow.
Now here's the deal. The S mint was just released 2 or 3 weeks ago. Its sales have been relatively small, in all honesty. I have jumped on this. I think this is going to be the fall between the cracks coin of this year. And we get one every year, or every 2 years, where people just don't kind of pay attention. And we end up with one of the greatest collectible Silver Eagles that the United States government has ever done. So first off, you start with only the second time in history they've done a second mint mark in a regular issue or annual Silver Eagle in the history of the United States Mint. Then I put it in my custom Bridge Core. This is my regular price, $199.95. It's what we charge for Bridge Core Proof Silver Eagles, whether they be West Point or whatever. I'm charging no extra. Here's the key to this. I believe one of the things that we do is I track the mintage of every modern American coin, literally by the week. The United States government releases every week what they've sold for the week. And we plot that against basically every other modern issue United States government coin that we have. We have history going back over a quarter of a century on this, so that we can extrapolate how many of these coins are going to be made by the United States government, because they're in essence made to order. There's not a specific number of these. And based on all of that information, I firmly believe that this will become the rarest annual issue American Silver Eagle ever done by the United States Mint. Rarer than any mint state coin, rarer than any proof coin, even rarer than any of the burnished coins. Because right now, the mintage on this, prior to this, the rarest proof American Silver Eagle was the 2018. The 2018. This right here, this coin right here, has half the current mintage. Now, as I was literally driving into the show, I have new information. The United States Mint, well, they've made almost none of these. They're currently sold out from the United States Mint at a number that it makes it one of the single rarest silver eagles ever made by the United States government as it stands right now. I'm not charging anything extra. Good luck going out there and try to get these coins or find these coins. They are currently sold out from the United States Mint at phenomenally, ridiculously low levels. In other words, there are just not that many of these coins that are available any place in the marketplace, let alone in early release, let alone in Bridgecore, let alone with this information that I'm giving you right now. So what we are ending up with is the rarest American Silver Eagle made by the United States Mint, annual eagle, in its history. And I'm charging you at this point no extra. Now, we had sold 1,154 of those coins prior to the information that I have. Like, I'm tracking it. I think that they could end up making fewer than 100,000 of this coin. If that's the case, this coin right here at $199.95 will be one of the most fabulous purchases you have ever made in numismatic history. This is the one to own. This is the one to own, and that's the reason to own it. Because not only do I have it certified perfect, not only is it the San Francisco minted coin, not only is it Bridgecore, which is 100% exclusive, not only am I charging no extra for it, but now you have rarity at virtually an unprecedented level. The only other Silver Eagle at this point that even comes close to matching this is the 2011. The 2011 United States Reverse Proof Silver Eagle, which is a special issue coin. They only made 100,000. It's technically the second rarest Silver Eagle ever made by the United States government. At this point, this coin is 20% rarer than that coin. And that coin, in this condition, I would sell to you today for anywhere in NGC Bridgecore for about $1,500 to $1,700. Holy moly! That's right. This coin I think is rarer than that. The only one that's rarer than that still is the 1995 W Proof American Silver Eagle from the 10th anniversary set. Not only made 31,000 of those, but an NGC Proof 70, that's a $40,000 coin, $40,000. So somewhere between $40,000 and $1,700 is where this coin lies right now. Now at this point, you know, prior to this, as I was selling this as it was released 2 weeks ago, and we've sold out the Annex first day of issue, I'm down to my final quantities now. When I see how many of these that I have left, understand they're sold out from the United States government. They're back ordered for who knows, could be, we're almost at the end of the year. 4 months. And here's what's happening. And here's why I think this is going to be the rarest silver eagle. Here's why I think this could be one of the most important numismatic purchases that you could ever do, is because there are so many. Gosh. Look how many, that's all I have left. That's all I have left that I have. All right, let me get in here for a moment because I didn't realize that that's all we had remaining. If you look at your screen at 871, we definitely have a potential of going through a good amount of that quantity or all of it. We've got a 2-hour show. Here's what I want you to do. Reserve it. Place your orders either online at hsn.com or call us. It's $49.99 plus shipping, handling, and tax today. When you use the FlexPay is free, it's instant, it's for everyone. Get it at home, reserve it, have it. You've got 30 days, but you need to take action now. And you can refer to the item number on your screen, which is 683-684. If you've never shot with us before, it's fast, it's quick, and it's easy. I want to go back to learning more about this coin. I hope you're one of the lucky ones to be able to grab what remains. Because what you have to understand, two things that I want to make abundantly clear here. First of all, my regular price for an NGC Bridgecore Proof Silver Eagle, without all this additional information, is $199.95. Remember, you get the red oak presentation box, $20 value, that's included. So I'm not charging anything extra. Now I'm adding in 30 years of numismatic experience to explain to you why I think this is going to be the rarest coin. And that's what the information I was giving people over the last 2 weeks. That was before this new information that I have that the United States Mint is sold out of this coin currently and may or may not restock this coin, is ultimately what it comes down to. If it does not, this will become one of the single most important American Silver Eagles ever made by the United States government. And you can get it, well, 870 of you can now get it at my original issue price. See, we're already, and people are buying multiples.
And I do need everyone to use our express automated ordering because we are busy on our phone lines. There are multiple platforms for you to be able to order, so choose the one that's easiest for you.
I had 1,000 last week. Okay, when I first had these, okay? I had 1,000 last week. We sold those out in one primetime airing, just like this. Okay, we sold those out in a single primetime airing. I think we sold out all 1,000 coins. And then we had a few more coins that were left. What you see here, I went back, I said, you know, can we get in under the early release? Because the early release period is also about to be gone. That's an additional designator of value. This has to be within the first 30 days, and that's when all of a sudden it's like the United States Mint is sold out. And the current sales figures on this is well under 100,000 coins. Is well under 100,000 coins. Now you're going, well, they'll just make more. Except this week, the United States government released 6 new products. This week. They have currently scheduled for release. They've got all of the innovation dollars. They've got the proof, the mint state, they got all 4 of them in reverse proof, all coming towards the end of the year. You've got the reverse palladium coin coming out that's just gonna be absolutely insane. They got special issue coins still coming out. They may or may not have time to even make any more of these coins. And if they do, folks, how many more are they gonna make? It is still going to be, I can just about guarantee at this point, it is still going to be the rarest proof silver eagle, annual issue proof silver eagle that the United States government has ever done. Okay, that's 100% guaranteed.
So don't miss it. I don't know if you saw that counter. I imagine now we're well below 800 of these available because many people are buying multiples. All it takes is only one. And I'm inviting you to do it by placing your orders and shopping with us. You want this coin. I can tell by Mike's excitement. I've worked with him for a number of years. I myself am a coin collector. And so this is an opportunity. And I always listen, like many of you, very carefully, because part of the story and all of the elements make all the difference in the world. And this one should not be missed. So call and reserve yours now. Remember, it's as little as $50 on a major credit card with shipping, handling, and tax to get this at home.
Well, I got to kind of start. We have a lot of people just kind of tuning in. Let me explain to you what this is in terms of more than just a regular opportunity. The United States government has made approved silver eagles and mint state silver eagles every year since 1986 when President Ronald Reagan signed the Liberty Coin Act into law. In 2006, they had what was called the burnished American silver eagle that the United States government has done. The rarest of all the annual issue United States silver eagles in the history of the United States Mint was last year, the 2018 burnished eagle. The burnished is always the rarest. This coin, right now, because it's the San Francisco Mint, only the second time they've done a supplemental mint. For 25 years, they've made only West Point Mint, regular issue proof silver eagles. For only the second time, they've done a second mint, which is the S Mint. This is going to be rarer than all of those coins, in my opinion. Now, here's the thing. You know, that is, to some degree, speculation on my part. Now, I understand it comes with 30 years of experience and all of the plotting and graphing and everything that we've done, and now adding into the fact that this coin is currently back-ordered from the United States Mint, so you just simply can't get them. They are irreplaceable to me. The quantity that I have is simply the quantity that exists, period. There is absolutely no doubt about it. So that's why you need to get in on this. It's not something that I can bring it, because this is my regular issue price. And I have now, since they're back ordered, missed my early release window, is what it comes down to. They have to be at NGC within the first 30 days of release. So you get that. In addition to that, the bridge core that you see right here, this is 100% exclusive to me. I'm the only one that can sell this bridge core American Silver Eagle. So you've got the exclusive holder. You've got the exclusive coin, in essence, that you're going to have. I've got FlexPay, and I've got it at my regular issue price. Understand something. If this comes to bear, the coins that surround it, not only will this be the rarest annual issue American Silver Eagle, it'll be one of the rarest Silver Eagles, including all of the special issue coins. Look at the 2006 reverse proof American Silver Eagle. They made 250,000. 100% guaranteed this is going to be rarer than that coin. That I guarantee you. That coin in this condition NGC is going to sell for $1,000. This coin's going to be at least twice as rare as that. This coin, I think, is going to be at least twice as rare as that. The only thing that comes out, you look at the 2013 special issue coins, the 2011, 2012 special issue coins, all of them sell for significantly more than this. But this is the coin, I can tell you, because I got them before the government, in essence, sold them out that they have right now. And so what I've got is these at my regular issue price, but only for the quantity that remains. And that's the key. And that's what you have to understand what your opportunity is. Because I'm not charging any extra for these. The 2011 reverse proof American Silver Eagle, when I first sold it here in 2011, I think we were $149. So now I have to sell it for 10 times that. I told people there was only 100,000 of these. It's gonna be a great coin. So all of you that bought it at $149, great job. And then the people that bought it at $199 and $249 and $299 and $399 and $499 and $699, all of you did great, because now it's well over $1,000 is what I have to charge. This is your opportunity to get in essence, ground floor. You have information based on 30 years of numismatic experience. And then I've sold several thousand of these because we went in big. We own more of these than anybody on the planet. And then I find out you can't even get any more of them. So, I mean, ungraded and uncertified, I'm not talking about our certified perfect coins in Bridgecore. Of course, those are exclusive, but I'm talking about period. You simply absolutely cannot get these coins ungraded and uncertified. And so what you get is the coin at my original issue price, the special San Francisco minted coin, only released a couple weeks ago. I firmly believe that the United States Mint's attention is focused elsewhere. I think this will fall through the cracks. I think that this is going to be that sleeper coin of the year. There's always one every year. In 2016, it was the 2016 Congratulations Eagle, which I originally sold here for $139, and I think we now have on HSN.com for $2,000.
Whoa!
Yeah, exactly. So that's what happens when you end up with a sleeper coin. The 2017 W50 gold coin, when I first sold that, $3,000. Now on HSN.com, $7,000, $8,000, because it ended up being the rarest gold American Silver Eagle. This is going to, I still believe, be the rarest annual issue American Silver Eagle made by the United States Mint. It is going to be spectacular. And I think we're charging, and understand, I'm all excited about this, and I think this is a fantastic opportunity, a fantastic buy, particularly since I just found out, like I said, currently unavailable from the U.S. Mint, and I'm available, I mean ungraded, uncertified, not the perfect Bridgecore coins. Before that, I was excited. Now, with all of that, I'm still not charging any extra. Plus, I just noticed the 4 FlexPay. We never have that opportunity.
I know.
So you had 30-day money-back guarantee.
I love that for everybody, right?
So if this ends up where the mintage is now, and the United States government is doing, I mean, they still have 24 different releases to do in the last 3 months of the year. And then they got to get ready for 2020. They got to make 20 million American Silver Eagles at the end of December to get ready for 2020. And so you have all of those things. If it ends right here, which oftentimes it does, this will be, I think, one of the great American modern issue Silver Eagles. I've got them now. I have them available. It's absolutely crucial that you pick up these and take this opportunity right now. That's all I'm going to have left at $199.95.
Don't miss it. Take the opportunity right now to say yes to it. Take the opportunity to be able to go to our website or call our toll-free 800 number. I explained the FlexPay to you. I think it's worth repeating that FlexPay is instant and it's free. That means simply by calling or going onto our website and clicking FlexPay, you get this coin at home for $50 plus shipping, handling, and tax, and we ship it to you right away. So I would do it. It's a minute remaining on the clock. You have until these completely sell out, and there is an opportunity, because it's a 2-hour show tonight, that we could go through all of the quantity in tonight's show. I would do it. Don't wait another minute. We're going to go a little bit beyond the clock.
Well, because we got hundreds of folks on the phone. We saw what we had. You know, I started with about
I think
this morning I had about 1,000 this morning left that we were able to do with this. That was before I even had the information. Like I said, the U.S. government is currently back ordered on this coin. So who knows if they make them ever at all.
Now we're getting close to under 500 of these.
With everybody on the phone, we probably have 400 or 500 coins is all that we have. And that's assuming nobody is buying multiples.
I am telling you, do not wait on this. It's a high risk that you may not be able to get in on this if you don't
If I bring this back and it ends up being a sold out limited edition, the government says, okay, well, that's it for us. This coin automatically,
because you can't get more.
I would be $2.99, I'd be $3.99, I'd be $4.99 on this same exact coin if I can't go into the marketplace and, in essence, get the uncertified and ungraded coins. Because people say, so what's the certification mean? It means that an independent third-party company has determined that this coin is perfect. And what does that cost? Well, I always quote like the grading fee, which is like $25. But understand the grading fee is $25. Then you have to send your coin to them, certified registered mail, that's another $15. There's a $10 processing fee, and then there's a $24 return shipping fee. So the actual cost to certify a coin like this is more like $60 or $70, and that's assuming you only send one coin, and of course your chances of getting an absolutely perfect ultra cameo, and of course your chance of getting an early release has passed because the 30-day window, in essence, for NGC has passed because the United States government, you can't even get the coins. Do not confuse this with the regular issue West Point minted coin, which is one of the rarest. This year's is one of the rarest West Point minted coins. This San Francisco mint, only the second time they've done an extra annual minted proof silver eagle, only the second time in their history. This coin is going to be 3 times, 4 times rarer than the West Point mint. And once again, I repeat what I was saying. I believe, based on all of my numismatic information and experience, that this is going to be the rarest annual issue. So all the mint state coins, all the proof coins, all the burnished coins that they've made since 1986, 50, 60, almost 100 different dates of the American Silver Eagle. This is going to be the rarest. This will be the new king of the annual American Silver Eagles, and you can get it at my original issue price with the Red Oak presentation box, but only for the quantity we have remaining.
And if you have never ever shopped for coins at HSN, what an exciting first. Place your orders, more to come after this. I want to thank you once again for watching HSN. My name is Marlo Smith and I'm your host. And this is Mike Mezak. Mike is our resident numismatist, and it's nice for you to join us on our Coin Collector show. We've had some exciting coins. If you're still shopping, trying to place your order, definitely hang in there. We certainly are inviting you in, but we're going to continue because we've got a jam-packed show, and we're going to introduce you to our next buy. This happens to be our NGC American Innovation 2 coin set. You want to tell us about this?
Yeah, the United States government, this is part and parcel of a lot of different things that we have here. The United States government last year revealed a new coin series, the American Innovation Dollars, which they're going to start this year. Okay, they're going to start this year. They're going to do 4 coins per year with American innovators, America's inventions, American entrepreneurs, and all those things. They're going to be 4 coins per year till they do every single state in the order of statehood, including the United States territories. And that starts in about 2 weeks, as a matter of fact. They'll be releasing the Delaware coin, which is going to be a fantastic coin. The Delaware coin is going to be an amazing coin. But they did something they've never done before. They did what was called an inaugural coin. And they made it in 2018. Well, they released it December 14th, 2018. They released a Philadelphia Mint, a Denver Mint, and a proof coin, as you see right here, this proof coin. And this dated 2018, and it's the American Innovation inaugural coin. George Washington, this is his facsimile signature on the original patent from the United States of America. So they did that. So you're going to get that in absolutely proof ultra cameo. $89.95 by itself is a great price. But the United States government has threatened all along that they were going to release the reverse proof version of this coin. Now the problem is 2018 came and went and they didn't release, and we said, oh well. Remember how I mentioned the United States government is behind a little bit? This 2018 coin, reverse proof American Innovation Dollar, was released 2 weeks ago. So they are so far behind, it took them 8 months to release the last coin of 2018. Now, since the law says that the coins had to have made in 2018, they didn't get around to packaging them and getting them sold until 2 weeks ago. They only made 75,000 of this coin, which sold out instantly. So now you've got basically, this is a regular issue United States coin set. They're going to do mint state, they're going to do proof and reverse proof for all the coins. They've already announced that. But because there's only 75,000 of this first inaugural coin right here that's already sold out, you are already in a position where the United States government has released the rarest regular issue American coin series in a century. And you need this to get started. This is the proof coin, this is the reverse proof coin, and this is in reverse proof 70. You get the pair, you get both of them for $89.95, which I think, that's not each. You get both coins for $89.95. Now, here's the best part. It's an auto ship. Remember how I told you they're going to do all of the coins? That they're going to do every single state and the territories as well? Well, this is the first one. You get all of them at only $89.95. You get the proof 70 and the reverse proof 70 pair for only $89.95. Only $89.95. Your price can never go up, and your delivery is 100% guaranteed. But understand, because they only did 75,000 of this coin and it's sold out, we have a couple, maybe 500 or 800 of these sets that I can do. That's it. Because understand, this coin is already sold out. It's already bringing the original issue price, uncertified and ungraded, has already increased 300% on this coin, uncertified, ungraded. That's why the $89.95 here is simply a stunning opportunity. I don't know anybody else that can do this in NGC. Now keep in mind, we're going to be able to give you then when the Delaware coin comes out. Now understand, these coins aren't in the proof sets. There's no reverse proof set that the United States government is going to do right here. So these are individually released coins. So they're not going to be, these are going to be some of the most difficult to get. They're already the rarest regular issue coin set put out by the United States government in over a century, based on 75,000 of this coin. Now get the fact that you're going to get absolutely perfect coins, both of them certified. Now check this out. So this is the box when you get your first auto ship, which will be the Delaware coin, the proof coin and the reverse proof coin, both graded 70. You're going to send you those coins in this box that you have right here. Whoops, just like that. So that they're going to be able to hold these just like this. Every 5 coins, you're going to get a new box at no additional cost or charge. So you'll be able to absolutely house your and present your collection as you move forward. Now, of course, with any of the auto ships we have right here, you may cancel at any time, okay? You may skip shipments. You can return individual shipments. Keep only the coins that you want. If you just want the inaugural set, that's fine. You need not get another additional shipment. You have to understand, though, at $89.95 for the pair, I don't know where anywhere else. I've seen this coin many times, the reverse proof coin, already selling for $89.95 by itself. Who knows what's going to happen in the future? What if it's like the coin and currency sets with the Theodore Roosevelt? That coin went to like $2,200 in reverse proof because the United States government decided they had other things to do. That is absolutely possible within this particular collection. It is truly the very first from the United States government in so many ways. The fact that they've never done an inaugural coin before. This is the coin that launches the coin set. Usually they just do the coin set. They've never done an inaugural coin. They've never done it where it's not in the proof set. They do a special reverse proof of every single solitary one of these coins. You get the pair for $89.95 and are guaranteed the proof pairs, both proof and reverse proof, from now until the end of the program, as long as you choose to say. I want you to focus right down here just for a minute. Look at the reverse of this coin. This is, people always ask me, what does reverse proof mean? Right there, there's the mirror finish there, and the matte finish here. Here over here is the matte finish here, and the mirror finish in that. That is one of the most beautiful and iconic images of the Statue of Liberty that you have ever seen on a United States coin, and you can get the entire set. One call gets them all, but folks, these are extraordinarily limited based on the fact that the United States government has sold this coin out.
I'm gonna invite you to order item number 683713. We have our 2 flexible payments of $44.98, and definitely take advantage of that auto ship. We only have 500 remaining of the coin to own. It's our early releases Ultra Cameo Silver Eagle. Only 500 remain. I promise to continue to give you updates, but if you want in on this iconic, exciting coin, $49.99, less than $50 on a major credit card to be able to get that at home. So don't wait. That's the one that you certainly want to take advantage of tonight. We are going to now talk about a collection of sort with this one. These are always very interesting. I'm going to ask you to kind of walk us through what we have here in this uncirculated set.
Well, this is a real fascinating kind of coin set here from the United States government. I have to turn this just a little bit. There we go. The United States government, like I said, they're up in their game this year. You got the Apollo 11s, you got the Great American Treasure Hunt, you know, they have the West Point minted quarters. By the way, check your change, folks. If you find a West Point minted quarter in your change, it's basically finding a $20 bill. The United States government released these into circulation. You can't buy them, you can only find them. They're doing all of these incredible new things. The first colorized coins from the United States Mint are coming out. I mean, I think we're looking at a redesign on the American Silver Eagle. It's got to be coming at some point here. I mean, we're 34 years with the same design. They're doing special collaborations with other mints and the Pride of Two Nations. Well, this kind of kicked it off in a way. The United States government, in the 110 years they've been making the Lincoln cent, have never made this coin in uncirculated condition at the West Point Mint. They have never done it. This year they decided to do it for the very first time. And in typical United States government fashion, you can't buy this coin by itself. The only way to get this coin is to get it in a United States mint set. So you have to buy the United States government issue mint set that you see right here, and that's what this is. A mint set is when the United States government makes a set of all the circulating coins for the year, and here's like the Philadelphia set. So it's the regular penny, the nickel, the dime, all the quarters, the $50, and then the Native American dollar from both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. And you have both of those, and these are special finish, only available in the mint sets. They're spectacular. And then they threw in the West Point minted Lincoln cent. But here's the problem. When they threw it in, they literally threw it in a plastic baggie. I mean, a plastic baggie. They took it, and when it comes out of the mint set and you open it up, it falls basically on the floor, okay? And all of a sudden, SP 69, Mint State 69, is basically the highest grade that you can buy. It's the highest grade that's available, and I've got it for $79.95. And you get the mint set. By the way, I'm going to give you the mint set. The sealed mint set, just like this, is going to come with it. So the mint set by itself, I think, with shipping and handling, is about a $30 thing. This makes this basically $39.95. If you look at this in, let's say, NGC, the Mint State 70s, I had a few of those. I think we sold them for $4,000 a piece, something like that, for one grade higher in the NGC. With this right here, in SP 69, I think I had all the NGC sold out at $199, and we kept the mint set, okay? We didn't give you the mint set, a $30 value that you're gonna have. So you have this special West Point minted Lincoln cent, the first time they've ever done it in mint state condition. In 110 years, all the billions and billions and billions of pennies that the United States government has made. They have never made one with a West Point mint mark from in a mint state coin before. They have never done it. It's the first time. They're not going to do it next year. It's a one-time opportunity, and I've got it in absolutely positively the highest affordable grade that you can see here with the mint set included. I'm going to give you them. Now, this is open. What you're going to get when you get your shipment is going to be that. You're going to get the mint set down here, but in the original government packaging. And this shows the reverse. So you're going to get the one coin. You're going to get the original government packaging that you're going to see with that as well, with the full United States government issue mint set. So when you look at historic things that the United States government has made, so here's the mint state coin. That's from the Philadelphia Mint. Here's the other mint state Lincoln cent over here. That's from the Denver Mint. You put those two coins together. Last night, I had Kennedy half dollars out of the mint set, this coin right here, in mint state 69 PL that we'd gotten out of the mint set, actually the Denver one, sorry. I sold 400 of them at 1 o'clock in the morning at $89.95 a piece. Then I sold the Native American dollars right here, same thing, in mint state 69 PL, because that's what they look like in these mint sets, at $49.95 certified as well. So those two coins I was selling for 130 bucks. This coin right here, far rarer, far more collectible, far valuable, and I'm going to go ahead and give you these coins that you have right there as well. So fantastic opportunity to get you the highest possible grade. In mint state 70, one grade higher than this, there's no possible way to find that coin for less than an annex, $250 to $350 at the very least. In NGC, it's about a $2,000 to $4,000 coin. In PCGS, it's about a $2,500 to $3,500 coin, somewhere around there. So you get this unique one-time, one-off, absolutely positively unique Lincoln cent that only came, that you can't buy individually. You had to buy the whole mint set anyway. You get it at a stunningly low price, less than anything that you're going to, I think, find out there in the marketplace, particularly when you consider that the mint set comes with it in this highest affordable grade at only $79.95. I do not have that many of these, so I think it's pretty important if you want this unique, one-time, one-of-a-kind, West Point minted, mint state Lincoln cent in its highest affordable grade. I think you need to act pretty quickly.
And it's so easy to do. Simply give us a call or go to our website, hsn.com, or shop with us by remote if you're fortunate enough to be able to have that in your area. But keep in mind that we're offering to you the coins on FlexPay. And so that opens up a wonderful opportunity for you to be able to buy multiple coins because you're only paying a fraction. Remember, with our FlexPay, no interest, and all you need is a major credit card or PayPal. In this case, for this coin, it's $40 plus shipping, handling, and tax, and we send it to you right away. Our item number is 675898. As we wrap up our presentation on this one, we have more. And I'm gonna ask the Rickster, which is our producer, that's what I call him. Give us an update, Rick, on that must-have coin. I want to show that once again. I've got a feeling next hour, I'm talking about the early releases, Ultra Cameo. We definitely want to give everybody an opportunity to get that item number. I've got a feeling next hour that could come very close to selling out. Wow, 450 now. So a lot of people are still ordering. Be sure, if you're just tuning in, you want to quickly give us a snapshot of this one?
Well, once again, it's the San Francisco minted proof American Silver Eagle. Please understand that it's not the West Point minted coin. This is the coin right here that is the secondary mint coin. This is going to be one of the single rarest, I think it's going to end up being the rarest regular issue or annual issue American Silver Eagle ever done in the history of the United States Mint, currently sold out from the United States Mint. If it ends up with the mintage that it currently has, this right here is going to be absolutely positively one of the rarest coins ever done by the United States Mint.
So I'm inviting you to order, take advantage of it. 683-684 is the item number. Still to come though, look at what we have. Are we gonna show what's
This is in the next hour, I think.
Okay, there we go, coming up.
But I want to point something out. I have sold this the whole, almost 20 years I've been here. In essence, at HSN. Back when 1999 was the current year, okay? That's how long I've been selling this proof set run. In all of the years that I've done this, literally this amounts to probably I've sold 1 million proof sets here at HSN. I have never, ever, ever in almost 2 decades sold this set at this price. This is the lowest price we have ever done in all of the years that I've been here for 50 years of proof sets.
All right, if you want to be sure to put your name on it early, 401-851 is the item number.
Look at the savings, $320.
I know. That first time we've done this, 50 years of proof sets, and you're certainly more than welcome to shop early for that one. Okay, we're coming back over. And right now, we're gonna take a look at our Native American $1 coin and currency set.
Okay, this is a pretty cool coin is what this is. Is ultimately what this comes down to. This is the wrong coin. This is not the coin that goes with that, I don't believe. So we can do something else. That's the wrong coin. We need an EU 70 American Native American dollar, not a Mint State 67.
So stand by.
So you got to stand by. That's not even close to the coin that we need.
All right, we're going to go to our website really quickly.
Okay. Here, I think I can explain it even off that shot right here.
Okay.
So the United States government this year released what was called a coin and currency set. They have traditionally done this and done this for many years. They did it for the Native American dollar this year. And what they did is they did a special finish on the Native American dollar, that is enhanced uncirculated 70, absolutely perfect. That is only available in this set, okay? The enhanced uncirculated. The United States government is only making 50,000 of these sets, and because of this right here, this set is almost sold out. If we look at the limited edition number on that, what is that, if we get in on that particular set, that's what we're, there we go, 613. The most important part of this is the quantity remaining. The most important part about this is the quantity remaining, because this is our first day of issue, which of course is long past. Now remember, this enhanced uncirculated, only 144 left in the entire edition. Now I'm going to give you the original government packaging with this as well. I'm going to give you the original government packaging with this. And this has a special dollar bill that starts with the serial number 1959 that symbolizes important start dates in the American space program. And that's what this does, because this particular coin is the Native American dollar from the United States Mint that's basically symbolizing the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11. So that's, I think, of critical importance for you to understand that this is absolutely critical to this year. And in the Native American dollar, it's a 1 year only rotating reverse design. A 1 year only rotating reverse design is ultimately what it comes down to. And so this only happens this year, and this finish, which is enhanced uncirculated, only comes in this set. And it's the very first time that the enhanced uncirculated has ever been done at the Philadelphia Mint. Now we are coming down to the point where every single solitary one of these in the first day of issue is sold out, which of course is available exclusively from us here at HSN. So you get the entire thing, you get the original set that you're going to have right here with the $1959 bill, and you're going to get the enhanced uncirculated 70 as well.
All right, we're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, we have more coins for you.
Coming up and you're looking to impress your friends, let me show you how to make this beautiful seafood boil using my DuraPan.
Let's do seafood for the dinner party.
I'm about to set off. I never felt so good. Not trying to deny it. I feel it in my soul.
Hey guys, let's eat.
The best boyfriend. I never felt so good.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
All right, we're having an exciting night of coins, and it's great to have you shopping with us. My name is Marla, I'm your host. This is Mike Mizak, who is our expert, our coin expert, and we have had so much fun with you so far. We're gonna continue. There's lots that we want to show you tonight, and we're gonna go ahead and set up our 2005 Mint State 70 and our Silver Eagle dollar coin with auto ship. So this is going to be a program that you certainly can sign up for to get future coins. Remember, you can cancel at any time without penalty. This is obviously being offered on our FlexPay, and so let's learn more about it.
Well, here's ultimately what this is. The American Silver Eagle, obviously the most popularly collected silver coin in the world today. Hands down, absolutely, positively, no doubt about it. This is the single most popular collectible silver coin in the world today. The United States government, since 2008, makes somewhere between about 35 and 50 million of these coins every single year. Because they make so many, high-grade examples of the American Silver Eagle are relatively difficult to get because only a tiny fraction of the coins made grade Mint State 70. What this auto ship gives you the opportunity to do is to own every 21st century American Silver Eagle in Mint State 70. Traditionally, when we do auto ships in American Silver Eagles, they're Mint State 69. I mean, Mint State 70s, the 1995 is like $900. The 1997 is like $900. The 1996 is like $8,000. So it's very, very difficult to get them in Mint State 70. What I'm giving you the opportunity to do is to go back all the way to 2001 and get every single one of them at $89.95 per coin, all of them in Mint State 70. Now here's the fact of the matter, Mint State 70 American Silver Eagle, when the 2019 this year was our today's special, because we had the grading certificates and all the extra boxes and all that other stuff, I think it was $89.95. I'm giving you a 2005 for $89.95, plus at the same exact price, your price can never go up, your delivery is guaranteed, I'm gonna give you a chance to auto ship these all the way back to 2001. Now you have to understand, every single solitary one of these American Silver Eagles has an ounce of silver, pure silver. Now, for those of you that have been following along in about the last 4 months, silver's up about 30%. I mean, it was up 50 cents an ounce. It was up 50 cents an ounce on Friday, almost 50 cents an ounce on Friday. I remember when silver was $50 an ounce, I would have to sell this same thing for $149.95 a coin at the very least. Now, the other important thing about this is we go all the way back to 2001, and here's why that's critically important. At $89.95, the coins from 2008 to 2019, okay, and this goes all the way, I'm just gonna continue on, through 2019, is a pretty good deal. It's a solid deal. But once you get pre-2008, it is special. And the reason is 2008 was the break point, the great kind of economic issues that we had in 2008. The production of Silver Eagles went from about 6 million a year to 40 million a year. Anything pre-2008 is significantly, fantastically, amazingly rarer. And by the time you get into this set right here and you go back, so 2007, 2006, 5, for $89.95 for these coins, $89.95 for this coin right here is truly spectacular. This coin, good luck finding this coin for $200, $300, $400. This coin, $200, $300. You go back, I mean, these older coins right here are getting harder and harder and harder to get. Now, one last thing. You're going, okay, I get this thing. I get all the 21st century American Silver Eagles. What am I going to put them in? How about the best red oak presentation box in the industry? With your second auto ship, you will get the red oak presentation box at no additional cost or charge, and it will hold your entire collection. It will hold your entire collection. Remember, your price is $89.95. What if silver goes back to $50 an ounce, $60 an ounce, $70 an ounce? Your price can never go up, and your delivery is guaranteed for as long as you choose to stay in the program. Remember, you may cancel at any time.
And you can customize how you want it shipped, so it works for you. It works for your budget as well, which is very exciting for you to be able to do that. So if you'd like to have it, let us know.
Very important number, and thank you, Rick. I have 130 of these. Understand, this is a very limited collection because understand, because of the price of silver, I have to own every single, it's not like I just have these and I'm gonna go get these. I own all the sets right now. I'm just trying to make it affordable for you to be able to get this at $89.95. That's why the sets are limited. It's this coin right here, the 2002. I only have like 155 of those, is all that I've been able to. We graded thousands and thousands and thousands. I can't sell this coin for $89.95 by itself. It's simply not possible for me to be able to do that. You're going to get it for $89.95. Literally, like I said, I've got 10 dozen people that I can give to you to this program where your price can never go up. Your delivery is guaranteed to get the entire collection of 21st century American Silver Eagles.
All right, thank you so much for your phone calls. We're gonna leave 653-102 available for you. And if you're just tuning in, or if you haven't already placed your orders on our showstopper, which is the early releases Ultra Cameo Silver Eagle, I've just been told there are only 430 remaining.
I started the day with 1,000 coins. Okay, I started the day with 1,000 coins.
I am getting pretty confident that in the next airing, that's gonna be completely gone.
I don't think we're gonna air that again.
I hope we do.
We may, we'll maybe take another look at it.
I hope we do, because that...
Give everybody an opportunity on that. Remember,
I think it's
what I think is gonna be the rarest American Silver Eagle. Because I've got it non-bridge core coming up in the next hour for just a tiny bit less. That's been in the hopper for 3.5 weeks. I only have like 400 or 500 of those. Those will go just like that.
I don't think that Showstopper will air again, so I'd love if we can strategize and get the time to do it, to be able to re-air it, because I think it'll sell out on its own on our website. In the meantime, let's continue. Okay. We have before us our 1990, look, go ahead.
Speaking of prior year American Silver Eagles that are, and I have to understand, $899. This is a really good price, okay? Because what happens is when the United States government first started making the Silver Eagle in 1986, it was to great fanfare. I mean, everybody wanted it, but understand, they didn't view it as a coin. It is a coin, it's a silver dollar. They just viewed it as a chunk of silver. Just a round piece, a 1 ounce silver round in essence, as opposed to a coin. But it is a coin because it's the United States silver dollar. So they didn't take particularly good care of it. The United States Mint wasn't very good at making these coins. Many years, as a matter of fact, particularly in 1995, before they stamp the coin or mint the coin, they have to, the unstruck coin's called a planchet. But you gotta have to prepare it to be struck. And they'd run it through these baths to clean them off. Well, they didn't kind of wash the coins off, and so they get spots on them. It's just horrible. Early year American Silver Eagles in absolutely perfect condition are almost impossible to find. As a matter of fact, you just go up 1 year to the 1996. The 1996, you can add a zero literally to this. $9,000 for a 1996, 1 year later than this. I've got the Mint State 70, 1995. I've got a few of these coins. We found an original hoard of these coins, and I literally had, what did we end up going through, about 10,000 coins? We ended up out of 10,000 coins, we have like 170s. Out of 10,000 coins. Do the math. The grading fees alone are almost $500,000 on 10,000 coins. And we have like a little over 100 Mint State 70s out of that entire batch. And remind us again what Mint State 70 means for customers who are new. Great point there. I just assume everybody understands that, and it's just not the case. In coin collecting, as in any collecting, the single most important determining factor of value is what? It's condition. The higher the grade, the more it's worth. In coin collecting, we grade on a 70-point scale. It's not a 100-point scale. So Mint State 70 matters. Mint State 70 matters a lot. So a 1996 American Silver Eagle in Mint State 69 is about a $99 coin. In Mint State 70, it's about a $9,000 coin. That's the difference a single point of grade makes. It's what we get, what we call conditional rarity. So there are certain coins that in their highest Mint State 70 grade, they simply don't exist, or they exist in extraordinarily limited quantities. This is one of those coins, and this is one of those opportunities that you're going to have right here to be able to do the 1995 with that. These early, particularly the mid-90s coins, are almost impossible to find in absolutely perfect condition. So, for instance, you were one of the people that just bought the set that we had, the 21st century. This is the way you have to back collect these, is ultimately what it comes down to. You know, get the 2000. I think I have that on hsn.com. I think it's you know, $299 or something like that. The 1999's a little less. Then we get to 98, 97, 96, 95. They're crazy. The 1986 is $500. So, I mean, you know, you get that 21st century now and then start gradually going back. This is a great place to start. When I have some of these coins, I rarely ever have these coins. And then I think just an extra minute here. I have also, in lesser quantity, a few of the 1997s as well, a few of the 1997s as well.
So if you'd like to have that one, there you have it. 668-702 is the item number, and we were going to give you about a minute or so to place your orders on those.
So people always ask me, okay, a modern issue. Oh, modern issue stuff. I hear people say it all the time. I mean, you know, who collects modern issue American Silver Eagles? Well, almost everybody. And the people that kind of poo-poo those are the people that don't have them, okay? The people, you know, I love, you know, talking to other coin dealers or coin experts, and they love to talk about things they don't have, don't sell, and can't get. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. I mean, who needs gold? That's because I don't have any. You know, and that's what you get with these American Silver Eagles. These early date American Silver Eagles are becoming fantastically collectible. Because understand, when you go back, like an 1894 S Barber dime just sold for $1.3 million. Okay. Now the fact of the matter is not everybody has $1.3 million to complete their dime collection. So if you want to do that, and while it's still not easy, it's still way more affordable. There was a day that the 1894 S Barber dime sold for $899.95. Same with 1804 silver dollars, and same with all of the great rarities that are out there. At some point, you know, closer to their date of issue, they sold for less money. Now is the time, I think, right now, as we are still relatively close to this, within a quarter century of the release of this coin, that, you know, now is the time to be able to get this, understanding just how difficult they are to